Alright, what is up guys? Today we are going to be going through a pretty simple achievement to unlock, but one that most of you are going to find pretty much necessary for getting back into WoW after taking a break if you're doing any prep for Dragonflight, which is the entire purpose of this little mini-series I'll be doing, highlighting different methods of preparing for Dragonflight and things you can do if you've been away from the game for a long time, or even if it's just been a little while. The very first thing you're going to notice that you'll probably want to do is get your main character, or a few characters even, into the newest, most relevant zone. And for the sake of Shadowlands, that's going to be Zereth Mortis. That's going to allow you access to direct access to the portal for Sepulchre of the First Ones if you want to do the raid. It's going to allow you access to gathering for specific materials that can only be found in Zereth Mortis, as well as treasures, rares, a lot of just relevant single-player content, and a good way to gear up all of your characters through the storyline for Zereth Mortis and through some of the vendor items, just in case you want to get some baseline gear to be able to do something like Raid Finder here, for the Sepulchre, just before you hop into any pre-made groups. Starting out, you're going to want probably to get flying, and that's what we're going to be focusing on, is Zereth Mortis flying. Now, you might be wondering where Zereth Mortis is, how do you even get there, and it's pretty simple to unlock, okay? Basically, when you log in post 9.2, if you've completed anything in Shadowlands, you should have a quest pop up here, wherever your quest log is, called Call of the Primus, which is going to allow you to chain yourself into Shadowlands. Now, if you don't see that pop up, what you may need to do is come over here on the map and talk to Talinara in Oribos, and that's going to allow you to start a quest line called Maw Walkers, which is actually a 9.1 quest line, I believe. I'm just coming back to WoW myself, so I might have been earlier than that. I'm not actually entirely certain. But in completing that quest line, I think it's 9 quests long, you'll be able to unlock the Call of the Primus quest, which will drop down the next time you relog or visit Oribos. You may want to double check your quest log. I actually had it sitting in my quest log for a long time, and I just thought I was missing it. So give that a good look, and then once you've unlocked the Call of the Primus quest line, you can work through that. It's just a normal quest line, pretty much self-guided, nothing too crazy there, and you're going to want to go through that to unlock Zereth Mortis. Now, once you have Zereth Mortis unlocked, that is where unlocking flying begins. So let's port back to Zereth Mortis here, and I can kind of show you around the map and show you where some of these things for the achievement Unlocking the Secrets are at. Okay, so once you're in Zereth Mortis, that's this zone, you're going to be pretty familiar with this little hub. This is Haven, which is kind of the central hub for Zereth Mortis. And obviously you can see I've unlocked my flying already, but it doesn't mean I can't show you the achievements. So starting out, we have to do all of Unlocking the Secrets to get Zereth Mortis flying done. Very first one, easiest one to knock off the list, explore Zereth Mortis. Decent number of places on the list, really not too bad. I really recommend, prior to starting any of this, just a useful add-on to have in general, Handy Notes. If you get Handy Notes, and specifically the Handy Notes Shadowlands module, you'll be able to outline Tales of the Exile, which is another requirement for flying, as well as exploration markers, treasure chests on the map, and rares on the map. All of those things are going to be required to unlock flying at some point. It's just really easy if you can run around and knock them out while you're doing the quest line throughout Zereth Mortis, because the quest line is also a part of this achievement. So, back to what my initial starting point was here. Explore Zereth Mortis. If you download Handy Notes and Handy Notes Shadowlands, it should show you on the map pretty much every marker you have to go to be able to unlock the exploration. You don't need to go over here. You don't need to go up to the Antecedent Isle, however you say that. You basically just need to explore this main hub here. It's pretty much running in a circle with some branching up into this desert zone here. Most of the quests will get you to unlock Zereth Mortis exploring pretty easily. You'll go all over the place for all the different storyline quests, which brings me to my next point. The storyline itself. That's going to be, I believe it's Adventures in... Oh, no. It's going to be A Means to an End. So, this is the penultimate quest for the storyline here in Zereth Mortis. You only have to complete, I believe it's 6 chapters. So, I would recommend just completing the entire storyline for Zereth Mortis, because it takes you just 20 minutes longer to do the end quest for the zone. You may as well unlock another achievement out of it. But for the purposes of actually unlocking flying, all you have to do is 6 of the 7 chapters for the actual quest line in the zone. And then last but certainly not least here, you're going to also be doing Path to Enlightenment here, which is 3 side quests. These will be marked on your map. I don't have them, but they will be marked over here and right down here. This is where the mobs are going to be at 49-69 roughly. It's actually right by this lake. And then at 60 and 50 roughly at this quest hub over here. Those are both going to be the side quests that you'll start and complete those quest lines. They're about 4 or 5 quests long each. Once you do that, you'll get Path to Enlightenment unlocked. I believe there's also one that starts out of Haven, and you can do it alongside the main quests. It's pretty easy to get that done while you're just doing the main quest line as well. That one's going to be, I believe, Not All Are Lost. Not All Are Lost, however you want to say that. Small pet problems and a return to grace will start here and here. Here and here, respectively. Alright, one of the more difficult ones, if you don't have something to actually mark these on the map, such as handy notes, which is why I encourage you to get that add-on, is Tales of the Exile, where you just have to find 7 separate parts to a book that are laying around throughout Zereth Mortis. You can do this while you're exploring, while you're questing. Again, the quests and exploration will take you kind of right by any of this, and you can pick these up, and you don't actually have to read through them. Picking them up is enough to count them towards the achievement. You can see here handy notes. I've activated them even though I've already completed them. Marks all of these locations on the map. You have part 1 here, part 3, part 5. Up here you have part 6. You might find that part 7 is a little bit hidden behind this rare mob marker here. Part 2 down here, and then part 4 here. All of those need to be collected. You know, like I said, you can get them while you're exploring, you can get them while you're questing, but as long as you get those, you will be good to go. You'll complete that achievement. Like I said, you just have to pick them up. Adventures in Zereth Mortis requires that you complete 10 special encounters. So those special encounters are obviously labeled by name, and if you look on your map, if you're using handy notes, you can find pretty much any of those rares or those events by name. You can also get an add-on called Rare Scanner, so let's just find Chitali, which I believe is on the achievement. And you can actually search that mob up on the map, and it will show that mob specifically. If you highlight where that mob's at. It took it a second to search, but it will show it and put it on the map with a marker if you search that. Actually, that mob just spawned as soon as I was searching for it. Good timing. But once you do 10 of those rares or those special events, then you'll be able to unlock that achievement. Pretty straightforward. Just work your way down the list. Again, something that can be done kind of while you're out and about. Rare Scanner is really helpful for helping to pinpoint these things. Let's see. There we go. That's not the rare I was looking for, but let's fly over to where the rare is at here and see if we can get one to pop up. There we go. So that shows you exactly what the Rare Scanner does there. You can just click it, find the mob that just popped up, and excuse me, you're good to go. Last but not least here, we have, if I could get to it, Curious Collections. So Curious Collections is going to be just collecting specific treasures around Zereth Mortis. Now, these aren't going to be the respawning treasures. You'll notice some caches that respawn. You'll see a lot of pop-ups if you're using a rare scanner for something like an avian nest. That's not going to be a unique hidden treasure. The unique hidden treasures are a little bit different, and you can see those marked. Those are marked here with handy notes. Something like the Rondir cache here, right, would be, you know, a unique treasure, right? So if you find 5 of those, that's all you have to do. Just like I said, go through some of the markers with handy notes, click on those unique treasure chests here, and you'll be able to unlock that achievement pretty much in no time. And once you do that, flying is automatically added. You don't have to go anywhere to learn it. All you have to do is hop up on your mount and zip around. And that about covers it for this guide, guys. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple stuff. I'll be going through some other things in more detail on prepping for Dragonflight, finishing up things in Shadowlands. This guide's or rather, these guides are mostly going to be intended for people who are returning to the game or people who are picking up the game in anticipation of Dragonflight and haven't played the game in a while. Maybe you want to actually get back into it, get a little jump on some alts, maybe get some characters geared prior to going into Dragonflight with just a baseline level of gear that's going to be good for questing, because obviously everything's going to be replaced pretty quickly anyway into the expansion. But that being said, look forward to some more content. I will definitely have plenty more to put out there as it comes, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Feel free to check out my stream or my Twitter as well. I try to stream at least a few times a week, and I am live on Twitch at ARIC. It's 4 E's, the same as it is here on YouTube. So I will see you there.